welcome back to our daily veg. Today for you I have a broccoli and cheese soup that is vegan, and there's actually not even like a plant-based cheese or anything in it, so stay tuned. It's very good. That's one thing that I miss going plant-based, is like a broccoli cheddar soup, but this hits the spot, so stay tuned. So we're going to start with our list of ingredients. The first thing you're going to need is about 3 handfuls of fresh broccoli, and you want to make sure they're cut up into small bite-sized pieces. You're going to need about 1.5 cups of raw cashews or unroasted cashews that have been soaking in water. You're going to need about 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast. You're going to need some unsweetened plant-based milk, 2 cups of hot water, and some vegetable base or vegetable bouillon cube, whatever you want to use, a shallot, and some celery stalks. So once you've gathered all those things, next we're going to get into chopping our vegetables. So the first one you want to chop up is the shallot or a small onion. Even if you want to use a regular onion, that's fine. But you want to make sure that it's cut up pretty fine. It's going to get cooked down in olive oil, so you want to make sure that it's cut up very small. Okay, after you have that chopped up, you're going to get out your celery stalk. You're going to do the same thing there. You want to chop that up really fine. So I just kind of chop it the long way, then come across and make little cubes, and then even chop those up a little bit finer. And like I said, all this is going to get cooked down in olive oil. So you just want to make sure that those things are chopped up about the same size as you chopped up the shallot. After that, you're going to get your 2 cups of hot water, and you're going to add your vegetable base to it. You're going to add 2 teaspoons. And this is just essentially making your own vegetable broth. So if you want to use 2 cups of vegetable broth here, you can do that as well. I just like to use the vegetable bouillon. Okay, and now we're ready to cook. So you're going to have your pan on about a medium to high heat. You're going to start with a little bit of olive oil to coat the bottom. And then you're going to put in your shallot. Okay, you want to stir that around and get that going a little bit and get it kind of coated with the oil. Okay. After that's cooked down a little bit, you can go in and add your celery that you also chopped up. And you want to have that around in the oil for maybe about a couple of minutes, just till the onions get a little translucent and the celery cooks down. Once that happens, you can go ahead and grab your fresh broccoli that you've chopped up into the small little bits. Okay? And you're going to stir that in just for a minute or two, and then after that, you're going to go ahead and add in the vegetable broth that we made with the 2 cups of water and the 2 teaspoons of vegetable bouillon. Stir that around, make sure everything gets coated pretty good. And then you're going to put the top on it, because we're going to let this simmer for just a few minutes while we make the cheese sauce. Okay, for the sauce, you're going to grab your cashews. Make sure they have been drained, so drain all the water off. And you're going to add them to the cup of your blender. So that's about 1.5 cups of raw cashews that have been soaked in water. To that, you're going to add your unsweetened almond milk, and that's about 1.25 cups. Then you're going to add your 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast. And then for a little bit more seasoning or flavoring, you can add up to about 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan sea salt here. Once you get all those things, you're going to go ahead and put the cap on your blender. And you want to blend it until it's very smooth. So maybe a couple of minutes here. Because you want a very smooth consistency. Okay, we're back to our pot, and it has been simmering for a little bit. So the broccoli's cooked down just a little bit. And now we're going to add our cheese sauce that we just made with our cashews. So after you have poured that in, you're just going to stir it around. And the more you stir it and cook it, the more it's going to thicken up. So here's the beginning, and we're just going to cook it down for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, and it's already nice and thick and bubbling. And that is it. Very quick, very easy broccoli cheese soup. I hope you guys give this one a try, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.